position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. We've arrived along Orange Blossom Trail at Camping World Stadium here in beautiful Orlando, Florida, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buckeyes' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back. And boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Hamilton. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jason.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
They'll run it from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Shoots it to the left. Rolls it in. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
QBs like this are so hard to defend. They know what you're doing, and they're getting the ball out fast. They knew they had the corner route. Take advantage. Hit it right now.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. It's a fumble. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's DeLuca. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season. You're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught close to the marker, it's Ellington. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Ellington. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Run in the red zone, it's Hamilton. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Making side adjustments here. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Miami 7, Ohio State 0.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. To the ground with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, it picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys in my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the catch. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Hurricanes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Canes have this offense rolling. Wants to keep it in the air. He's going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had. On the opening drive of the game, he is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rudolph. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Lisa. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Barnes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer, that's all spring, just
going for it all. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
But Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Oh, better look out. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Yeah, now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Has to get there to move the sticks. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Looking left. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The Hurricanes are in the red zone. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Snap in the shotgun. Touchdown, Canes!
defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Georgia Tech pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Ramblin' Wreck players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On the ground, it's Hamilton. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Really nice play called by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front.
He's going to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Might be calling a hot route. Snap from the gun on third down. He's got him. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
The offense changing the play. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
They'll send the back in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. It's Ellington. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Abraham. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Going to swing it on second down. He's going to run it.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barnes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got him downfield. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more...
Looking deep. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leiter and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And some room to work. There he goes. Touchdown, Miami. And they take it in for 6 more points. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Leaves it with the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to change this route. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Right on the money. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Motion from the wide receiver. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Good timing on the quick out. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone, it's mine. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll try the run. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Unloads it downfield. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Ohio State, 17.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
The Buckeyes will take over first and 10.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Motion from the wideout. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT.
And the ball comes out. Running, looking for more room. Defense has it. They're on the move. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got it. Open space at the 25. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ballgame, keep jostling, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Looking for a crease, it's Hamilton. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll move the wide receiver. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop it. And the Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Plows through the defense. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. The give to the tailback. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on 4th down.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Pressure coming. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game.